Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to another class. The topic for today is future perfect versus future progressive. And the objective is reinforce the use of future perfect and future continuous. As you can notice here, I wrote future progressive and future continuous. I wanted you to know that future progressive and future continuous is the same thing, right? It's the same grammar, the same use, the same structure. It's just another way to talk about or to call this time, right? Or distance, right? Okay. Do you remember yesterday? What did we learn? Very good. We learned about the future perfect, right? Okay. And what is the form of the verb of future perfect? Excellent. We have to use the will plus have plus past participle form of the verb. And in this part, I want you to remember that we have two kinds of verbs. Regular verbs and irregular verbs. In order to make the past participle form of the regular verbs, we have to add ed according to the rules that we have already seen before. And the past participle form of the irregular verbs is the third column of the list, right? A ver, chicos, quiero que se acuerden que para el futuro perfecto vamos a usar el verbo en pasado participio, ¿sí? Pero tenemos dos tipos de verbos, ¿sí? Los regulares y los irregulares. Para hacer el pasado participio de los verbos regulares, solamente tenemos que usar ed, obviamente aplicando las reglas que ya hemos visto antes, ¿sí? Ahora, para el pasado participio de los verbos irregulares, tenemos que usar la tercera columna de la lista de verbos que ya hemos estado estudiando este tiempo, ¿ok? Okay, let's continue. Can you see the difference in these three sentences? Yeah, look. In 2 years' time, I will write my novel, right? This is an idea. In 3 years' time, I will be writing my novel. In 4 years' time, I will have written my novel, right? Okay, now, let's see. The first sentence, in 2 years' time, I'll write my novel. This is just an idea, right? Okay, just an idea. We don't have evidence that it could happen, right? Okay, now, in 3 years' time, I'll be writing my novel. This is an action in progress, ¿ya? En esta parte nosotros vemos que en 3 años yo estaré escribiendo mi novela. Está hablando de una acción en progreso que estará pasando, ¿sí? En ese tiempo. In 4 years' time, I'll have written my novel. En 4 años, yo habré escrito mi novela. What is the difference? You know? As you can see, we have already finished my book or my novel, right? Como ustedes pueden ver, nosotros ya hemos finalizado de escribir la novela o el libro, ¿sí? Entonces, we use the future perfect for completed and finished actions, right? Okay. Future continuous. What is the form? Will be plus the verb in ing. We used to say that an action will be in progress at a certain time in the future, right? Here we have some examples, like this time tomorrow, a este tiempo mañana o a esta hora mañana, I will be laying on the beach in the sun. Yo estaré reposando, ¿sí? En la playa, en el sol, ¿sí? Don't phone me between 7 and 8 as we will be having dinner then. No me llames entre las 7 y las 8 porque nosotros estaremos merendando a esa hora, ¿sí? What will you be doing tomorrow at 12? ¿Qué estarás haciendo mañana a las 12? Right? Okay, as you can notice, it's an action. They are actions in progress, right? Now, here we have the exercises, right? Number 1, this time tomorrow, I will be, very good. I will be studying, I will be working, I will be walking, etc. Right? Number 2, at 9 p.m. next Saturday, I will be cooking, I will be having, I will be driving, etc. Right? Number 3, this time next week, I will be working, I will be skiing, I will be traveling, etc. And 4, at midnight next year Eve, I will be dancing, I will be eating, I will be drinking. Let's see the answers. Here we use the contraction, but it's the same, right? I will be working, I will be cooking, I will be traveling, I will be eating, right? Very good. Now, future perfect. What is the form? Will have plus past participle. We use the present perfect to say that something will be finished before a particular time in the future, right? And these are the typical expression times, right? For example, in 3 weeks, in 2 years, in 10 hours, by Saturday, by next year, by the time you arrive, right? Very good. Let's see some examples. By this time next month, I will have done, this is the past participle form of the verb do, right? Done all the work. In 5 years' time, I will have had, as you can see, had is the past participle form of have. By the time we get to the cinema, the film will have started, right? Okay, now we're going to do some exercises. I am writing a book. By this time next month, I will have written the book. John is cleaning the house. By this time his parents arrive, John will have cleaned the house. My mother is making dinner. By the time the guests arrive, my mother will have made dinner. We are bringing our stuff to our new apartment. By this time tomorrow, we have brought other stuff to our new apartment, right? Let's see the answers. I will have written, very good. I will have cleaned, good. I will have already made. Do you remember the use of already? Already is going to be placed between have and made, right? Will have brought. That's correct. Okay, now, please, my dear students, we are going to work in the book. Please bring your book, and I need you to have a pencil, right? Your book and your pencil. Ready? Okay. Open your book in page number 50. Okay? In page number 50, we are going to complete the rule, right? Okay, number 1. Read examples from track 16 and underline the correct option to complete the rules. Here we have the rules, right? Okay, let's read. He will have finished in a couple of minutes. It will have doubled in size by the year 2025 or 2025. We will have collected over 1,000 signatures before the end of the day, right? Okay, Now we are going to complete the rules. We use the future perfect to talk about an action that will be completed before a particular time in the future or taking place around a particular time in the future. Which one? Very good. Number 1. Excellent. Number 2, or letter B. We use will or won't have plus what? Let's see. Will or won't have plus, what is this? Excellent. The past participle form, right? To form the future perfect. Letter C. By before and in refer to the time in the future when an action will begin or will be completed. Excellent. Number 2. Will be completed, right? Excellent. Very good. Now we are going to read the leaflet and underline the correct verb form. The verb form, right? Okay. Here we have the reading and this is your task. Aquí tenemos la lectura y esta es su tarea, ¿sí? What do you have to do? Of course, you have to complete or underline the correct form of the verb. Tienen que subrayar la forma correcta del verbo de acuerdo con el contexto, ¿ok? Plastic are a major problem for the environment. By the time you finish reading this brochure, factories worldwide will have produced or will be producing another 2 million plastic bags. Which one? Okay, let's continue. During this conference, we will have looked or we be looking at ways to reduce our consumption of plastics. Which one? Underline. Very good. Speakers will have talked or will be talking about biodegradable alternatives as well as ways to clean up extinguishing pollution. Which one? Underlined. Very good. Okay. By the end of the conference, we hope that we will be obtaining or will have obtained at least 1 million signatures on our Clean Up Plastic Now petition. Did you underline? Very good. Okay, if we do that, the conference will have been or will be being a success, right? Okay, you have to complete these 5. It's over 5, right? Es sobre, it's over 10. Es sobre 10. Cada uno vale 2 puntos, ¿sí? Okay. Now, we are going to complete the question bank. Okay? Okay, question number 11. Please, in this part, I want you to bring your notebook. Traigan su cuaderno, por favor. Yep. Okay. ¿Pueden poner pausa mientras hacen su cuaderno? Yo espero. Thank you. Okay. Let's continue. 11. Vocabulary. Match the adjectives that have a stronger similar meaning, right? Cold, which is fascinating. Of course, you know that is freezing, right? Okay. Vocabulary. We have the word frightened. What is the which one of these words has the stronger meaning? Of course, terrified. Excellent. Ungreat. Which one of these words has the stronger meaning? Excellent. Terrific. En esta parte, chicos, si se acuerdan que nosotros habíamos revisado los cognates y los false cognates, hay palabras que se parecen en inglés que también son en español, que tienen el mismo significado, como information, información, ¿sí? Y hay palabras, los false cognates, que pareciera que fueran similares en el español, pero son totalmente diferentes. Y esta es una. Terrific, ¿sí? No significa terrífico, sino es grandioso, genial, maravilloso, ¿ok? O fantástico también. Okay, now we are going to do the next exercises, the next questions. Choose the correct option, put the verb in the correct tense. Past participle or simple past. Do you remember the difference between those tenses? Yes, no? Do you remember that we use past perfect when an action is before another action and the simple past is a completed action? Right? Si se acuerdan que el pasado perfecto es una acción en pasado que pasó antes de otra acción, ¿sí? Y la otra es una acción completa, ¿sí? Okay, for example, after Fred spent his holiday in Italy, he want to learn Italian. ¿Qué pasó primero? Fred spent his holiday in Italy o he want to learn Italian. ¿Qué pasó primero? ¿El que él gastó o él pasó su feriado en Italia o él quería aprender italiano? Muy bien. Él primero pasó su feriado en Italia. Entonces, have spent. No se olviden el pasado participio de los verbos en los tiempos perfectos, ¿sí? And here we are going to use the verb in past simple. El verbo en pasado simple. Que sería wanted, right? After the man come home, he feed the cat. Which one is first? Very good. First, primero el chico llega a casa y después alimenta al gato, ¿cierto? Entonces, had come, he fed, right? The cat. And that's it for today. Okay, my dear students, it was a pleasure. It was nice to have this class with you. Bye, my dear students. See you tomorrow. Bye.